screen got very dark. Yep, there's the light from the screen. Yeah, give it a minute. I'm gonna send out a notification. Okay. Okay, there's the tweet. What's up? What's up? Doki Doki Literature Club. Was there just a what's that screen glitch at the bottom? Are you guys seeing that? Okay, not what I wanted to turn off. Let's see if it shows up again. There was just a screen glitch. Weird. Weird. So, Doki Doki Literature Club Part 2. Will I beat the game? Probably not. From what I can tell, it's at least 5 hours, maybe a little more. I'm not looking forward to it. I've said this before. It scares me. Well, wait a minute. I do want to tell a story. Oh gosh. So, last time I played it, when I did part 1, nothing really happened, right? It was just a typical dating sim. There were some messed up words, but nothing worse than that. But I was still wary about something bad happening. And then later that night, oh god, what did I think I played Fire Emblem? Like early in the morning, Fire Emblem Fates. And that night I went to bed, and my dream was like it was like Fire Emblem, right? But then like horrible twisted things started happening. Like people were dying, and I blamed this game. And not like the Fire Emblem, like permadeath, like what I'm expecting here. So even though nothing bad happened, it still psychologically messed me up. And because it was the video game, Fire Emblem just kind of clicked. I'm guessing that's how it works. I don't have the best track record with dream psychology. Go on my main channel for that. Yeah, I guess let's continue. Okay, this is where we left off. To fast forward through the text you've already read. Okay, okay, I had to mute it there for a second. Disown? I can't believe I messed it up. One day I'll get it perfect. I'll get all 20. Crimson, I think, was her. Uncontrollable? Anxiety. Judgment. Sadness? No, shoot! Disarray. Hopeless. I thought it was hopelessness. It's just hopeless. I keep going after Sayori. If I was like, if this was an actual dating sim and not whatever twisted Lovecraftian massacre it's probably going to turn into, I could totally see myself doing another run as Sayori, because I originally went into this with Yui, right? Or Yuri. I knew what she was after, right? But as I've played through the game, I kind of relate to Sayori more, weirdly enough. Kind of. But no, something twisted is about to happen, and I'm never going to want to play this again. Just you watch. Funny flower chips. No. Contamination, yeah. Eternity. Vitality. Fear. I just keep... How did I screw that up so bad? I don't remember. I'm gonna let, besides for Natsuki, who's the typical Valley Girl voice, I don't remember any of the voices. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help me out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of the school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Sounds a bit like... You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do you usually have a friend squad? Squid? Or fried squid. I'm an idiot. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name. Monica. Isn't that a Maybe I've been putting another vowel at the A, but that's basically it. That's not how you I lost the voice. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Why am I giving her... Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Was that a meta joke? Let's focus on our own events for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I have my hand in front of her face. Hey, you're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. The only thing I remember about Sayori's voice is it's the female. I am a female! This is what females sound like! Points if you get that joke. If not, go watch Xana. He's amazing. Is everything alright? Of course! Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little bit off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else, but the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. What's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much, but she seems a little bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room to Sayori, who's idly dragging her rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised. I'm not the one asking you. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. Give me a minute. Is this? Okay, am I... I'm so Is that muted? Okay, is that muted? That should mute things. But I don't know why it's not. Okay, that's so weird. Huh. I don't get that. Did something break? Is it that stupid Elgato? Did that break my setup? Because this used to just mute things, and now it's not. Okay. You probably heard some of that. Okay, let's just get back to it. Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also her friend. I'm also friends with her, and I also care about her well-being of my club members. You know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she was just having a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. And now because we're cheating on her, her heart's broken. You know it. Yeah. Okay, I just clicked on the wrong thing. No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it has been. Oh, who's a good baby? You're so funny. Have you ever thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about it, what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Oh, baby, who's a salty baby? Oh, who's a salty baby? He gets so salty. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she's said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice quiet so that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I am never going to get this done. I am never going to finish this, aren't I? This is never going to end. Screw it. Let's continue on. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. They all are. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away as quickly with a flustered look in her eyes. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation of her own accords, so I have no choice but to approach her on my own. But now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I'm staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not really that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Does this all have to do with the poem? Because in the poem, even though I'm going after Yuri, I screwed it up and got a bunch of points for Sayori. Or is this just how the plot unfolds on the Yuri line? Because now that we've basically admitted to everyone we like Yuri, now it's kind of like the event, because Natsuki hates us. We didn't even read her poem. And now Sayori's depressed because going home together. And then Monica seems to be a third party, I think. Who knows? This may end up with just Monica. Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Suri and I have been friends for a long time, that's it. Oh, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about it, her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading a little too much. Was I doing the wrong voice? Probably. The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath the plainest sight. And there are so many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. She's going to kill Sayori. I have this inkling of a feeling. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold, even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings that you weren't aware of, or in you. That is, I think that you should be a very fortunate person to have you feeling that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyways, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyways. Oh, we skipped over the reading. Again, I think some of these events are occurring because I screwed up the opening game. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls us out of the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I knew it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. The status quo is God. I make contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Let's just do top to bottom. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. So they're all caught on. I'm just guessing this is the natural order of events that will eventually lead to us killing Sayori. Probably. Even though if I had seen the previous day, I thought we were going to kill Natsuki. Well, maybe 2 days ago. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thanks. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just... Hashtag not sponsored. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? This will never end. It's just... How did I do this on Wednesday with no interruptions? Now, it's just non-stop. Non-stop. Okay, let's take another stab at it. My god. I'll give it 2 minutes. Give it 2 minutes. You understand why? This is why I can't stream all the time, right? Because that's constant. Non-stop. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Oh god, things went horribly wrong. Natsuki's gonna yell at us. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next. Everyone... You know, I haven't played dating sims. But I'm assuming, just based on a guess, that normally you go after one girl, and there may be events and whatnot, but the other girls usually don't become this depressed in dating sims. I'm assuming that's one of the ways this is like a commentary. Let's go for Yuri. Your writing has only improved these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. You can really feel the emotion. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You really you're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Fuck. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyways. But books are so amazing and inspiring to people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body shape, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't even know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a different person. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare and comfortable with myself. It's so rare that I feel so comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if the other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've succeeded at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. By this time, she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. The trindle? Ghost of... Oh, okay. The trindles of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing, and the distance of blue-green light flicks. A lone finger crosses its path, a silhouette obstruct with the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette glows. Closer, closer, I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from the visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the street light. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds. He raises his arm. True, time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against the outstretched arm. The flickering light is the rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to his forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding? I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Is that a metaphor? Is Yuri a ghost? Is that what they're going for? Because that I know the ghost isn't actually real, or it's not literal, but could it be? Are you with the light? Interesting. I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it, she looks away. Do you dislike it? Oh no, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Also, this clearly isn't a poem. This clearly isn't the poem that Natsuki said she wrote about. Meaning, I'm probably the one she's showing this to. Did I miss something? Natsuki. She wrote a poem for me, and it's not metaphorical. Okay, I'm missing something. I'm an idiot. I don't know if I was able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me, so thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try and hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate and respond with her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess you should move on before Monika says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. I always read the narrator as, like, just kind of unsure. I don't know why. He usually has no reason to, but... With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. And let's do Monika. Hi, have you thought about what you want to submit for the performance at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Ha ha ha. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah,
I've been noticing how much of time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in this whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive.
Well, she just needs some patience, a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself.
You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her.
That's...
It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she's having a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all of her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know.
Alright. I get you.
Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a band-aid.
You say that like I'm going to hurt her.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself.
She's a sociopath, and we're gonna learn that the hard way.
Anyway, I'll share my poem with you, you know? Alright?
Alright. The lady who knows it. Shit! An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victims of the currents of the vivid wind, or of the wind, I mean. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legend doesn't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and the forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. I actually really like that poem. I still don't poem, but you get the point. You know, my problem is, because I'm going into this, like, knowing that something screwed up is going to happen, I keep seeing this, like, there is no meaning, there is no purpose, and, like, is that foreshadowing? Is that something? Yeah, right. I keep trying to look for something where it may not exist. It may just blindside me at some point. We'll see.
You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of thing that gives life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I notice. It seems like everyone in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. I've taken writing classes like that.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone.
It makes me a hypocrite, but I mean, she's right. But I like things about happy things, you know. It's fun sometimes, and I know sometimes it sucks to read about people with no problems, but you can make the problems minor. You can have happy characters, which this game isn't going to do, even though it did for a while. You mean one-dimensional?
Oh yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you are afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into.
I know that.
But if you find other people who enjoy your writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want you to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today.
It's, you know, I know one of her writing advice was like, oh, make sure to save your game. And I was like, wait, no, something is seriously wrong here. But her writing advice seems to be, or at least this one was like for someone in the real world. It clearly wasn't meant for our main character. The first one kind of was. The first one kind of worked with whatever. But this one is clearly meant for a person outside of the game, not the protagonist.
Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or did something strange just happen just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club.
Catchphrase? That me. I missed the catchphrase. Clearly I have.
I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something
terrible is about to happen. You know, I keep saying that, and eventually I'm going to be right. And that's what worries me the most. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is Sayori isn't here.
It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood in a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is a little thrown off when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please, show some decency.
Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's alright.
Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
No.
First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. The curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. They know... You know, the way this game is written, there's this indication that they all know they're in a game, but they don't actually want to tell you. At least sometimes. Sometimes it definitely, like this line makes you, it definitely feel like you are in a game. The catchphrase line, the save line, and they seem to be aware of it, but then other times, no, nothing, it has nothing to do with anything. It's really weird. I'm moving this over here for the time being. That is so, I don't get it.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted.
As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sarah will be helping me design them. As for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person in here, you know. Now, Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know, so you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. It will be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyways, that just leaves you.
The one who is truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go along to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be appreciative of that. It's not suggesting I spend time the weekend with one of the club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit.
Well, even if you didn't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica is going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyways. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. May not like to be around you if only makes him out a nuisance, so therefore, he may not be suited to assisting you with decorations.
Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Q to...
What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work.
And baking isn't?
Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Q to decide where he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said. I'm surprised as well.
Sorry. I was just saying though.
Jeez. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah. You're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well.
In that case, everyone looks straight towards me. Of course, I'm going to go. You know, okay, here's my complication. I feel like I should... The smart choice is to go with Yuri, right? Because she's the one I'm courting. But I am really curious to find out more about Monica. I don't know. I do feel like the smart decision is to court Monica. The smart decision is to go for Yuri. But I do kind of want to check out Monica. It does seem like it's an interesting choice, you know? Let's just go with Yuri. I am curious about what Monica would do, but it makes it for the route I'm taking, it makes the most sense.
Well, I'll probably be the most useful year. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying, so you'll be helping Yuri then, Hugh? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So, I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki will be able to handle the bacon yourself. I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way? Me. I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it will turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I didn't really know why you picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. I kind of regret not picking Monica. I am really curious though. But for the route. They go really well with my tea, and nothing I do this event will compare to that, so I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry, I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken back by Yuri's words. When she's already troubled with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I began to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at times like this. She's absorbing Sayori into herself. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start following Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry, I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought we would be the one going to your house, since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. We can't see the dead bodies yet. Alright, in that case it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself. I think that you'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point it out when you're overthinking, right?
Yeah, I didn't realize.
I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while.
I believe you.
As if it took a tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression.
And I'm really looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be at my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously cannot wait.
Okay. For some reason, I had the inclination that the creepy stuff is going to happen, like, soon. And that after that, and because there's a part of me that thinks the game's going to end at the festival. So we'll see. But I don't know, that's my suspicion. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even occasionally been texting. She's extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't too long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori since she left the club early on the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. But what Sayori said and what Monica said. Is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feeling aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often, we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. Silence. I head up to the bedroom where I finally found her. Sayori. Oh, thank God. Oh, I was worried. When is the creepy crap gonna happen? I keep saying that. I'm waiting for the twist of nothing creepy is gonna happen at all, and then it's gonna happen and I'm either gonna be blindsided or it's gonna fuck me up. Only time will tell. Hi. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy, as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals that were decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I ended up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided to have the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to help Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it seems to me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So
Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good. Why can't it be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make this stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have to come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me, right? But this is just punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being selfish. I think why is the world decided to have you come over today? It just wants to torture me.
Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it.
Ha 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 ha. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing me for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that?
The saddest people happy the smile the brightest.
Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept me from this the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me not to think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I'd known, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I can do. I would have tried a little harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me.
You don't understand at all. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then would you have to wait effort caring about me instead of doing important things? I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat swinging against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path to nothing but hurt.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you to stop hurting. That's what I'll do.
No, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Can this not be a horror game? Like... Fuck. Can I just quit here and just leave this game with the really positive impression it has left on me? So that way it doesn't have to ruin it. Because, God, I actually really like this game right now. And I know it's going to do something fucked up and it's going to ruin it. And I kind of don't want that. Oh, shit. God, this game is good. I think all my previous flaws I pointed out in the last video still exist. But it's still really good. Shit.
Let's continue. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in the way that I could understand. Now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am, and that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her tight and into a tight embrace. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then it's just a bonus. Please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms were... Does this all go back to the poem? Was this event triggered by the poem? I'm overthinking it, right? I mean, I didn't put that many into Sayori, did I? It was only like 3 or 4. And there was no event with Yuri. I don't know enough about this. This is clearly a game you gotta do multiple runs of. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Oh, yeah. Sayori lets me go, and then she does so. I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How do you like me to spend it all with you? If it's what I want, I promise. I think that it would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Or if I could spend the whole... Of all the days, this had to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help us out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't want it to be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. Is that okay? Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead. You know, it'd actually make me happier if that event happens, no matter what storyline you did. It's a very... It's a really well done scene. I really liked that. Ah, shit. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I get everything right. I'm sure we'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. Oh, no. I'll be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatch Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if to make sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help me with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned out taking it that far. Of course. I want to help our guests to a faraway place. Although, many of them will stop by just out of curiosity, and for cupcakes, I guess. I've determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I bought some things for relaxation. I was going to... Did you just hear a weird sound? Or was that just me? Am I going crazy? I don't know with this game. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and wooden cylinder-shaped objects. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this. It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. That is true. I know nothing. Oh, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch at the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is this one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells like sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine for this event because it provides more relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It sounds suitable, if a little romantic. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently and clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over there. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh, yeah. What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eyes of those passing by. It may attract someone to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea that you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I'm supposed to get a little intense, you know? As you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker. You can write any character you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Oh, right. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle is intricate pattern and waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing, I'm kind of into knives. She's a sociopath. I've been saying this for far too long. And now... It's funny, she says not to judge, and I just immediately judged her. She is seriously a sociopath, though. Like, real talk. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe? What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where'd you get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be so sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes the handle and gives me the wound a closer look. My hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Oh, romance level up. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Ow! Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I'll do it anyways. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. It's not for the sweet aroma of jasmine in the air. Things would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird. I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. Voices. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted.
We each resume our respective activity. I watch Yuri cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on paper. After a while, we finish attaching paper to ribbons. We lay them all outside. You know, I'm just thinking with the horror fucked up, whatever's going to happen. I had always assumed it was just going to be like a sudden like shift. I don't think it's going to be that anymore. It seems to be slowly, like I'm already what, 3.5, maybe a little like 3 hours and 50 minutes in, and nothing has happened. Well, I mean, okay, I've called out a lot of things, but I'm wondering if the horror is just going to keep building, or if it's just going to suddenly slam like I expected. Because I was expecting something like really fucked up to happen today, and I've only got a half hour left, and at this rate, it doesn't look like anything is. Knock on wood. Something bad's gonna happen. Just watch. It looks better than I expected, and it will be a very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need up to 6 cups of water to put in each tablet in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the water cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips and then bring it back into the room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeves, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. I'm thinking, like, is she, like, cutting herself? But the scene we just had with Sayori makes her more likely, but have we seen her? I'm trying to remember the school uniform. Does it have long or short arms? And I can't, honest to God, remember. Whatever. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets and drop them into the paint. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I would like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the color for a sunrise. As then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. Quote. I do words good. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium now, at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on the opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush to add a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide, then we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on the banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class, like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I'm sorry if feels too childish. No, I don't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me that makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing her head to bump into hers. Huh. Sorry? Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. I'm just startled. That's me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. No, it's not your fault. Oh, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down. Oh, I didn't. Oh, interesting. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books, almost as if she's lost in daze, enveloped by her own thought. She breathes gently, half slightly through parted lips. What is happening? Is this the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle finger wrapped around my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment was over as soon as it began. I was going to say, that went a lot faster than most of the other ones. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filing through the night sky with the white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with these results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here. Then you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, that's not it. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little bit concerned about time. I just need to start making dinner soon. Oh, so you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well... Ooh, I did not mean to click that. Yui thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be a little time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, It's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to be a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with her friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I was glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. Is it fine that we didn't have as much time as you wanted? Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over and we can go out somewheres. Oh, I forgot you don't like going out much. I stumble forward bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. You're very thoughtful. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get the chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. I like that jump. Sayori? Hi. Sayori? Just now, we weren't... It's okay. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrass your Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Oh, well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how closely you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. Ah, God, Sayori. Fucking Christ, game. So, you know, like I said earlier, Sayori, I originally liked Yuri, but now that we've done everything with Sayori, she's the best. Oh, God. I really... I get it. I get it with Sayori. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way? Am I supposed to be happy for you? Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel pain anymore. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how... That is not the best line to use. Don't use that line. That's how I feel. And... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in mine. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Fuck. Fuck. Why am I so invested? Like, That's how good this game is, that I'm, like, legitimately invested in this. Fuck. Let's save. You know, it's good that I have all these slots. And they're all I think, yeah, this one's a choice. This one leads to a choice. That's a choice. That was just a night. That's a choice. And now here. Fuck. This is going to backfire. But I think I'm going to go with this option. This is going to backfire, I can almost guarantee, because Yuri is a sociopath. But in this situation, this is the better option. I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending my time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. Oh, the confession. Please just let it end here. Please don't give me any horror. Just let it end here. Happy ending. Knock on wood, it's not gonna happen. God. Ooh. Okay. Okay. That's why I accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I'll know we'll both be happy. Oh. God damn it. Suddenly Sori wraps my arms, her arms tightly around me. Is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is it? Sayori, I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why, even now? Won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. And that is the most accurate depiction of depression. Even when you're happy, you're sad. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there for you every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sarah and I slowly release each other. So I guess that makes the festival our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. Because I hadn't triggered enough events. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. That's love. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feeling as she is me. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. End! Please, end! Good ending! Fuck. Can I just end it here? That's a hat. I don't need to see a date. I don't need to see Yuri murder her. Knock on wood. Can we please just end this here? Would anyone complain? And I can walk away saying I got a happy little romance and a goddamn good ending. I'm not even joking. I seriously do want to do that. Oh my god. Shit. Shit. I don't want to do this. I actually really don't. This is going to end so badly, and I don't... God damn it. I don't like this. What time is it? Let's just fucking continue onwards. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but besides, that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry. I gently roll it up and take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. There is no music. This is where shit hits the fan. No music. Because I made the because fuck. God. I've been fidgeting around with this for like half an hour for the entire stream. You're the first one. You're the first one here. Thank you for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing a little booklet on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that all the poems were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and I submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You don't think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember that what Sayori told me yesterday, and suddenly I feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. And I only said it because of the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Oh no. Oh no. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. She knows everything. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell you about it that quickly? There were a couple now. I didn't really plan to bring it up with anyone yet. Geez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Is she Haruhi Suzumiya? It's just a thought. But that is a I really don't want to continue. I want to write myself a way out, but it's not going to happen. Monica's being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt like a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsu and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she's practiced. It's one I hadn't read before. No. No. No, don't do this. Out of my head before I do what I know is best. I do what I know. So it's called Percent. Get out of my head. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head. I listen everything she said. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops. Fuck! Oh, God. God damn it. How I pictured this going and how this is actually going are two completely different things. I much better liked what was going on in my head. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori has written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori now, so, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's still no music. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal. At least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all.
Waking, waking up in our own house. This really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Don't make me do this. Don't. It's kind of a breach of privacy, but she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Fuck! Oh god, the music! An exception has occurred. File. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sorry, wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I'm surprised I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. And why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her. I walked her to school and remained friends with her like I'd always been. And then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do. Bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never. 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 End. Fuck me. Oh, God. Is... Okay. Okay. That was what I expect. Well, that was kind of what I expected. Oh God, fucking damn it. So, why is this optional messed up? I saw like error with file something. I'm assuming that means something. I'm curious why this is broken. I wonder what... I really don't want to play anymore.
I really don't. Oh, God. Even though I saw it coming, it just... Oh, God, it still hit me. I was really hoping this was going to take a different turn. So, what happens if I click New Game? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air. She's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself... yeah, we know this. I just... Worse, being surrounded by couples of friends. I always walk to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls. Motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average. There's always anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyways. As ordinary as ever, it's over before. Oh, God. This is my... Oh, no. Have I said I don't like horror games? She was just erased from existence. That's what just happened. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them probably won't be too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Monica. So we're still interested in clubs, even though we were never given the motivation to. Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiled sweetly. We don't know each other well, we rarely ever talked. But we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyways? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Oh, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really, you quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around any of the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? Yeah, that sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I even refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. The plot brought her here because she needed to be here. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her an irresistible smile. It went from smile to... Am I going to have to replay this entire game? All, what was it, 4 days? Just without... Am I going to have to do that 4 times? I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs. That's why you can't go after her, because she's the plot bringer. She is a god, or a storyteller, or the lady who knows all. Makes sense. Monica is full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Oh no. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri appears to be comparably more mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Q in a classroom and decided to come check it out with the club. Check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Don't tell me you didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought in anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit? The girls have a few desk arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica sits across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Monica. So, I know you didn't plan on coming here, but we'll make you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in your club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort into starting something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of me. You keep a whole tea set in your classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea really help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's not just trying to impress you. Yeah, that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea reading might not be a pastime for me. Tea reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles at her in relief. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have any good way of answering that. Manga? I sort of quietly, half joking to myself. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps it quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without even thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. I kind of want to skip over the lines I've already done, but I'm worried that things are going to change. Deep and complex fantasy worlds, and telling good stories. Reserved, timid. Eyes lit up. But you know, like deep psychological. So deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to. You say that, but. Because again, like I've said, a lot of things in this game seem to be metaphors for the game. It's very self-aware. And Monica clearly knows. Monica completely knows what's going on. But there's a part of me that thinks the other characters do as well, or at least Yuri does. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped at something I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I didn't expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Surreal horror is often a success. I hate horror. Why is that? Well, it's just... Yuki's eyes dart for a split second. Never mind. That's right. What? What gives you that idea? There's a piece of scrap behind it at the last club meeting. Don't say it out loud. Give it back. Fine. Well, I guess. This is all the same. Natsuki averts her eyes. You shouldn't. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing makes you just confident. The truest form of writing. You must be willing to whatever. An example. I guess same silence for a moment. Idea, how about this? Let's all go home and write a poem, yep. Well, I think you're right. We should probably start for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take responsibility as vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture this club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree? Hold on, there's still one problem. Yeah. See, that line was new. There was nothing about that. I never said I would join. I lose my train of thought. I like how they all fall. I guess I need... Thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. This is what I was waiting for. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find a new member. And if we don't find one before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls lighten up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if it's really, I would be super pissed, okay? So much. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem, bring them to the next meeting so we can all share them. Monica looks over at me once more. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I'm really impressed with Star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already filling up inside me. So I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room, and the whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. Oh. And I guess with that, I start writing a poem tonight. Yes? I was wondering in an abandoned where. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry on the other side, or a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of an indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced. The air was humid and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by darkness. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container, my lungs already getting tired. Shit. Oh no. $2 and 20 minutes. What time is it? I'm gonna end it off here. The horror definitely happened. It was not what I expected. I guess... Go on to page 2. What is his... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Wait, load. Okay, I've got the thing on page 2. So, Sayori is still broken. And it's interesting because even though it mostly looks like Monica, there are no scraps of Sayori in there. It's Natsuki and Yuri. We'll see. But I think for now, I still cannot decide where because I moved it at one point. For now, I'm going to end it here. Next time, I may continue. I don't honestly know. I am invested enough, and the Sayori end wasn't... I mean, it was what I expected, but the game wasn't overall as dark, and that's kind of... I still think Yuri is a sociopath. And I'm worried about what she's going to do in her ending. So I am curious, to say the least. If I do continue, it probably will be me skipping through a lot of the text we've already seen, if I could theoretically remember what we've seen or not. Because I can guarantee you there are some lines that have been changed. Did by choosing... See, I'm guessing that Sayori scene happens no matter what, or maybe it's just if you get one event, and I was probably supposed to pick Monica, but because I picked Sayori, being selfish, I got her bad ending, and I'm assuming every character has a bad ending until we get just Monica. I'm assuming this game is nothing but bad endings. I would like to hope somewhere in the continuum there is a good ending, or at least a happier one, but that's not how life works, always. I still think it's everything that led up to that scene was really
good. Did it feel kind of anticlimactic? Yes. Did I not build up enough encounters with Sayori to warrant that ending? Yes. But it's still... it is... This really is an interesting game, and I do think I probably will come back to it. Probably. Is it just me, or does the logo look slightly different? I don't know. My next stream probably won't be for a while. Probably not until next year. Probably. We'll see. But I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time. Peace.